Hello, my name is Tammy Vincent, and I'm a student here at Jacksonville State University in the Master's Program for Instructional Leadership. I want to present to you my capstone presentation, which is the research that I've conducted on my action research plan on the effects of mathematical intervention on 6th grade student achievement. Anytime we talk about starting a new program, we ask ourselves, why do we need this program? How is it going to benefit our students? And these are some things that I asked myself when I began researching this math intervention, the math intervention programs that have been successful. These are what I came up with. Most intervention programs end after elementary school. So the students who are in middle and high school don't receive the extra help that they need to be successful in their math classes. And I believe that we need to provide them with those resources, that help that they need so that they can be successful. Many students come to us in 6th grade and they still are not proficient in their basic math skills. They don't know addition and subtraction facts, they don't know their multiplication facts, and a math intervention program allows time for those students to work on those skills that they're missing and hopefully increase their math skills that way. Many students don't have resources at home. Many students go home to parents who maybe work night shift and are not there to help them, or they don't understand the math that we're doing and they can't help them, and they certainly sometimes don't have access to a computer where they can get online tutoring if necessary. And then all of the research that I studied during this time suggests that any type of math intervention program will give an increase to student math achievement. So I was looking at this, deciding what should we do, and I've always thought intervention helping students is going to raise your scores. But I didn't realize until we implemented this plan just how much it would help our students, and I want to share those results with you today. In the beginning, I pulled the 6th grade math ACT Aspire scores for our 6th grade students here at Williams Intermediate School, where I teach 6th grade math. They range from 2013 to 2017. And if you'll notice, you see the 4 categories that ACT broke students into: exceeding, ready, close, and needs support. If you'll notice in the very beginning, 2013 and 14, we had a few students who were exceeding. We had some who were ready, but we had more students who were in that close range and many that needed support. As we moved on down into 2015-16 and 16-17, we see that we had more students who were scoring in the exceeding category, lots of students in the ready, and not as many in the close. This was proof to me that we were already discussing ways that we can help our students be successful in math. We were getting together as a math department at my school, and we were talking about strategies that we could implement to help our students become successful and to increase their achievement. So this is just evidence that we had already started we were already in the process of beginning something to help our students. I also pulled my 6th grade Scantron scores from 2014 to 2017. And if you'll notice right here in the Met Annual Target column, you'll see that we increased our percentage rate for meeting our annual target each year from 2014 to 2017. And again, I believe, even though these are not good scores, I believe that this is just evidence that we were already trying some things, seeing what we could do to push our students a little further to help them. We gave the Scantron test, which was known as Global Scholar, even when we gave the ACT Aspire score. We gave this as a benchmark, so we could compare the ACT and the Scantron scores to see exactly where our students were. And I do believe that we were already doing some things to help those struggling students. Math intervention class is so important because it allows us to differentiate our lessons. Our classes were only 10 to 12 students large. We had 3 6th grade math intervention classes, and we had 1 math interventionist who only worked with 5th and 6th grade combined. So we offered 4 different teachers to these students. We were able to give them differentiation of lessons where they could better understand it, maybe according to their learning style or according to their needs. We provided one-to-one instruction, whether it was one-to-one teacher to student or whether it was one-to-one student to computer. we saw that those were necessary for our students to be successful. And about the one-to-one, I realized in my research that most intervention successes stemmed from some computer-based practice in the program, because computer-based programs build their basic skill level proficiency. It also engages the students because they live in a world of technology. They enjoy working on technology, and so this was something that increased their skill level because it increased their interest. We as a department agreed that you can't get rid of all drill and practice, so we left that as part of our strategies. Sometimes kids just need to sit down and practice what they have learned to get that routine going, to understand what they're doing. Automaticity and basic math facts is so important for students to be able to be successful in middle school and high school math. And so the drill and practice and the computer-based programs are very efficient and helpful in building that automaticity. And math intervention class offers extra instruction and practice. And we just have a lot of kids, especially the ones who struggle in math, who just need a little more time to think through the processes of math. Sometimes they need to practice a little more, and often they need to just have instruction again. They need for you to teach them again or find a way that they better understand so that they can be successful. And that's what our math intervention program has allowed us to do for our students who struggle, is to provide them with that extra time and support that they need. So our math intervention results. We went through the year 2017-2018 with the 3 6th grade teachers each teaching a math intervention class, with our math interventionist teaching some 6th grade students, and with her mixed 5th and 6th grade intervention students. And this is what we found on our Scantron scores from last spring, which was the spring of 2018. Because our standardized tests changed from ACT Aspire to now Alabama recognizes Scantron as our standardized test, we had 4 new categories of learning. So it kind of makes it hard to compare what our students are really doing because we're looking at 2 different types of measurement. But this broke it down into 4 levels also. Level 4 was a distinguished learner, level 3 a proficient learner, level 2 a developing learner, and level 1 an emerging learner. And if you'll notice, we tested 277 students in 6th grade last spring using Scantron. And this is how the State Department broke our students up percentage-wise. Now when you look at this, we have 9% level 1, 60% level 2, 30% level 3, and 2% level 4. And as a math teacher, that's discouraging, because of course you work so hard throughout the year and you want to see the majority of your students pushing toward that higher end of the scale. But when I broke our students down and I looked at those students who struggle and those students that we helped in math intervention, we pulled out those 10 to 12 students from each of those 3 6th grade classes and from that one teacher who did 5th and 6th grade intervention. And the numbers broke down to this percentage. 90% of 6th grade students in math intervention made positive progress on the math assessment in the spring of 2018. I could not be happier with it than with a 90% success rate. So this, to me, shared without a doubt that our math intervention program was working for our students. It helped them to become successful on this test, which is recognized as our state assessment, and it's aligned with our Common Core standards. We broke it down even further to look at those students who met their annual target. Scantron assigns a student an annual target each year, and if they meet that target, it tells us that they have had at least a year's growth. And of those 90% that showed increase in their achievement, 35% of them met their annual target. Now we're talking about students who came to us well below grade level, who didn't have automaticity with their facts, who needed extra instruction, extra attention, and 35% of them met their annual target. So we, as a math department, are very pleased that we implemented this program, that we followed the advice of the research that I dug through, and that we have been able to successfully help our students in their math achievement. Now, what is math intervention? What are the outcomes for our students? Well, obviously, our students have higher achievement. That's the goal of a math intervention program, is to have higher achievement. But with that higher achievement comes more confidence. When a student feels successful, they have more confidence and they're able to work and try different things. They discuss things with their collaborative groups, and they are more confident in their math ability overall. And through that higher achievement and more confidence, we as teachers, our ultimate goal is to make sure that our students are competitive in the world, in the job world. When they get out of high school, when they get out of college, we want to make sure that they have the best job opportunities possible, and that's going to come through that higher achievement and that confidence that we hope to instill in them while they're here with us at Williams. These are the Alabama Standards for Instructional Leadership Mastery that I mastered through working through this research project. They deal with the vision and the mission of our school, the instructional capacity, the instruction to the students, professional development of the teachers, the curriculum, looking at the curriculum and the way we assessed, whether formatively or summatively, and then the community of care for students. So all of this was so important to bring this project together to make it a success. I also want to share with you just a small portion of my diversity plan. This is the plan I created for IFD 552, and the reason I chose to share this diversity plan is because I believe that meeting the diverse needs of our students is what allows them to become more successful in math intervention. This is my definition of diversity. Anything that is different about us. The things that we bring to the table that are different than somebody else, whether it's our socioeconomic situation, our race, our learning style, our religion, anything that causes students to see the world differently than we do. And we have to learn what those things are so that we can meet them where they are to be able to successfully reach them academically. So we have responsibilities as educators to make sure that our students' needs are met, whether they have to do with socioeconomic backgrounds, whether it has to deal with poverty, providing them tools and resources that they need to pull themselves out of poverty when they are of age. We need to provide them support when they often don't have support at home. We need to teach them our expectations and then model those expectations so that they know what we expect of them. There's no question about what they need to accomplish. We need to teach social norms and hidden rules that are necessary to live in this middle-class society. We need to build relationships with our students. And to me, this is the most important thing, the most important responsibility we have as an educator is to build relationships with our students. And we need to teach formal register. We all speak differently with our family and friends than we do in a professional setting. But students often don't understand what they need to do. And we need to teach them those differences so that when they do get out into the job world, they are able to communicate effectively with others and get those better paying jobs. My plan included 3 parts. It included the education of the teachers, the education of the students, the education of the parents, and the community. The professional development that was provided for teachers was these 5 that are listed here. These were recognized in the book that we read by Payne as the things that were necessary for teachers to be successful in meeting the diverse needs of their students. Then we gave the student opportunity to collaborate in groups, to learn about different countries, to share that information, to share the differences, the cultures, the traditions, and to share with each other so that at the end of each month, students had learned so much more about other countries. Then at the end of the year, we'll take that information out into the community in a multicultural fair, and we'll present that to families and community leaders, community members. So in the end, hopefully everyone will learn about how to meet the needs of diversity, how to celebrate the differences in each other, and to appreciate one another for who we really are. These are the Alabama Standards for Instructional Leadership Mastery for this project. It was all of the ones from the first action plan, but it included also the professional culture, community of engagement, and equity and cultural responsiveness. I want to thank you so much for allowing me to be here, and I've enjoyed my time at Jacksonville State University.